If you are looking for really quick and easy dinner options, then you are going to love the recipes in today's video. The first recipe is for this Dijon chicken with vegetables, and you do not want to sleep on this recipe. It might look pretty ordinary, but it is incredible, packed full of flavor, and this chicken is incredibly juicy. To start out with, I'm just going to prep a couple of sweet potatoes. I'm going to peel and dice them. The original recipe, which I will have linked in the description box below, is for a keto version where you use radishes. So if you're keto, you could do that. Or if you would like to use sweet potatoes like I'm doing, you can do that, or just regular potatoes. But whatever you choose, you just want to go ahead and peel them and then dice them into bite-sized pieces, maybe a little bit bigger than bite-sized pieces, just so they cook a little bit more quickly. And then once those are diced up, I'm just going to put them onto a foil-lined baking sheet, drizzle them with a little bit of olive oil, season with salt and pepper, and then this will go in the oven at 425 degrees. I let mine go for about 10 minutes since I cut them into smaller pieces. Meanwhile, I'm going to marinate the chicken, and so I'm just going to combine some Dijon mustard, salt and pepper, onion powder, some thyme, and some olive oil, and just whisk all of that well together to combine. And then you're just going to add your chicken breast or chicken thighs, whatever you prefer, directly into that marinade. And then you just want to go ahead and toss it around so it is coated well. And then you will just let this sit on the counter and marinate while your potatoes are cooking in the oven. So you don't have to do this ahead of time. After the potatoes have cooked for about 10 minutes, I went ahead and took them out, tossed them around, and then I'm going to scoot them to one half of the baking sheet so I can put the chicken breast on the other half. And so you're just going to put your chicken breast onto the baking sheet, and this is going to go back in the oven again at 425 degrees, and this is going to cook for about 20 minutes. It's going to depend on the thickness of your chicken breast or thighs, but mine took about 20 minutes, and then I went ahead, tossed the potatoes again, scooted the chicken breast over, and I added my asparagus. And then the recipe says after you add the asparagus to put it under the broiler. I just left my oven at 425 and cooked it for 5 more minutes, and then everything was done to perfection. And I am not exaggerating. This chicken was so incredibly flavorful and so juicy. You have to give this recipe a try. The original recipe also did come with a side sauce that looked incredible. I didn't make it, but if you're looking for something to dip all this into, I would definitely give it a try. Today's video is in collaboration with Sammy from Managing the Maze and a bunch of other wonderful channels. We're all bringing you different sheet pan ideas. So if you're looking for even more sheet pan recipes, make sure that you check out the other videos. I will have the playlist linked in my description box below. But I just want to say thank you to Sammy from Managing the Maze for hosting today's collaboration. Let's go ahead and get into the next recipe. So the next recipe is for this sheet pan broccoli and shrimp, and oh my goodness, this was so easy to make again and absolutely delicious. So I'm just going to start out by prepping my broccoli. I'm just taking a couple of stalks of broccoli and I'm going to just cut them into bite-sized pieces. You can make them as big or as small as you like, but I just try to make them bite-sized. They cook more quickly, and then also it's just easier when you're eating. And once I have that all cut up, I'm just going to transfer them to my sheet pan. And again, I did line it with foil just for easy cleanup. You can also do parchment paper if you'd like. Drizzle with a little bit of olive oil, and then I'm going to season it with some salt and pepper. And then I'm going to pop this in the oven at 400 degrees for 15 minutes just so it can go ahead and start to roast. The broccoli is definitely going to take longer to cook than the shrimp, so you want to give it a head start. And I almost forgot, I also seasoned it with some onion and garlic powder. Now for this recipe, I did have one that was kind of an inspiration that I will link below, but I kind of totally changed it. I think that recipes like this are just a good jumping off point, and you can use them to, pick out flavors that you like and kind of customize it. Now, while the broccoli's in the oven, I'm just going to get the shrimp ready. So I'm going to start out by mincing up a few cloves of garlic. And then for the shrimp, you just want it to be peeled and deveined. And I just went ahead and added some soy sauce along with some ground ginger. And then I'm going to add that garlic in there. Now, the original recipe used honey, which I think would be amazing with this. But because I'm trying to watch how much sugar I have, I left it out. But again, I will have that linked for you below. So if you're wanting that flavor of the honey garlic, which I know would be amazing with the soy sauce, definitely put that in there. So after the 15 minutes, I just tossed the broccoli again. I added a little bit of olive oil to the other side of the sheet pan, and then I'm just gonna put that shrimp on the pan, drizzle like the remaining soy sauce on top of it, and then pop this back in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes or until your shrimp is cooked. And that's just going to depend on the size of your shrimp. Mine took about 8 minutes and I was using the large size shrimp. And then once it comes out, you just want to toss everything together and you're ready to serve. My husband ate his over some rice and I just had it plain like this. But again, you can totally customize it. You could even serve this over some lo mein noodles if you wanted to. The options really are endless. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing these recipes. Don't forget to check out the other videos in the playlist. Again, I will have that linked in my description box below. And I hope that you have a wonderful day and I will see you in the next video.